T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I shat. You can find him on the ground or the wall. I shat. He can be short or tall. I can walk, I can jump, I can skip down the street, but I know that he'll stay at the end of my feet. Sunny, dark, or cloudy day, my shadow's always there to slay.
Good evening and welcome to My Shadow, episode 21.
Hello.
Is it the problem or is it the answer? We've got Qwerty and Peppa.
Hello.
Hey now.
What's going on?
Yeah, episode 21. Food problem or the solution? We'll get into what that means. Welcome to the My Shadow stream. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and donate. The preferred way of donating used to be through Vodka, but now you can donate through Streamlabs. And come visit us in our Discord. I think it's blowing up. I'm having a great time in there. Lots of stuff happened. As always. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing all right. You're not coming in clear, Qwerty.
Getting a little computer-ish.
Robot.
Oh, there you go.
Robot.
There you go. There you go.
So this
How about
week,
that?
what are we going to address?
Oh,
that sounds much better, brother.
Okay.
Food, problem or solution? Now, how could that be complicated for, grown adults to feed themselves every night? I don't know. We'll get into it. We're going to get into a little bit of Elijah Jordana that I thought was very interesting. But first, I think some interesting news came along this week. Maybe to Stern fans, and this applies to Kyle's show, certainly. Brent is broke. He revealed to the world in one of his slob meltdowns. I thought that was interesting.
Slob meltdown.
Where he gets away from that girl and actually tweets out to the world his sad thoughts. And this one of the night was, I have no money left. I've been partying for 2 years and neither of us have had jobs and I don't have any money. I don't know what to do. I think we all thought that was coming, right?
Yeah,
They don't have jobs.
Absolutely. No, she's a real estate agent.
Oh, right. Well, that was during the Brent radio years. That was always her cover. She was a commercial real estate agent. But now I think Brent's official story was that he left the Stern show to do serial killer documentaries. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's why he left to pursue his own dream.
Well, it changes every few months, the reasons why he left the Stern show. So
Yeah. And then it turned into they were going to do a live stream sort of thing and then make their living off of that, I assume.
yeah, now they're doing porn.
Then it went into porn, and obviously that wasn't going to go anywhere. So now he's broke, and I'm surprised the party actually went on for 2 years. But congratulations to them, I would say, for a 2-year party before finally going pro.
Was that before or after the Twitch leak of how much money they make?
That was, it was right, maybe within a day or
During?
two. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. And how much was it? It was 25,000 or something.
They make for those. They make 40 a year, which is
Okay.
surprising to me. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, well,
actually.
that was also like with his heat, like that was probably the first, heavily weighted upon the first months of when he went on. And I'm sure
Yeah.
that's gone down, down, down. They don't get like an even weekly paycheck. And obviously, it's not cheap to party. So it looks like all the money's run out and there's not any more money coming in. So that was
Say
fun.
hi to Randy Marsh really quick. And Ashley, they're watching now. And Randy asked or said Kyle's last dozen or so streams have been lackluster, to say the least.
Yes.
By the time he puts the cue in the rock and seeks gainful employment.
I don't know. We're going to, that's very good that you asked because that's the theme of the show. And we're going to address our past 2 shows have been about Act 3 and what happens in Act 3. Now it's more of the Act 3 is a problem for a bunch of reasons. We got a bunch of clips to illustrate the problem, but what does it mean by is food the problem? Well, his eating habits are more the problem. I don't think, have you guys pieced this together how long it is before the show when he actually eats a meal? So when he starts the show, how long has it been before he's had a meal?
I think more breakfast than, I don't know.
These deliveries take 2 hours plus. I mean, they don't eat till like the very end of the stream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's determining when the stream is ending, and I think it's what happens on the stream. And
That's not a very good ad for the delivery company, by the way.
Yeah, another problem we're having severely is that he's gone so long without eating, and he starts drinking, and he's drinking on an empty stomach. And as we've gone through in the past, and a couple episodes before about the time change, the length of the show is getting a lot shorter before things go, should we say, sort of haywire, bonkers. We got some clips of that coming up to illustrate that. But I think maybe food could be part of the problem, because we have to ask ourselves, why is Act 3 getting so short? Why is it ending so dramatically? And this is even more so than in the past. And maybe the issue is food, maybe baby hungry, but we'll get into that. We'll get into a lot of Eliza Jordana. I mean, something popped up the other day that I thought was surprising to me. That I'm not sure that you all caught. We did, and we've talked about it. I think it'll be interesting to get into. And so why don't we start with
BN said, how about snacks during gaming?
That's another thing.
That's what
Did you guys notice he never snacks? He may go on for 2.5 hours and he doesn't grab a bag, excuse me, a bag of chips or grab a bite of whatever Des is eating. It's a completely empty stomach.
You would think he would get a few bites to eat in between insults to Des insults and stuff.
Yeah, because then he gets low blood sugar, and that's true. That makes sense. That explains why he's a little punchy there at the end with his words. If anyone can update us, I didn't hear an update on whether or not Kyle was on Eliza Jordana's show on Sunday. I think he said he was going to be on there with a stuttering John.
He was not. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If anyone knows for sure, because I know I missed it. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. A couple days before, Kyle had told us that he was going to be on Elijah Jordana's stream or whatever podcast, and he was going to be a guest sitting there while another guest came on, according to him, along the levels of Stuttering John. And
according to her,
comment,
that's what her text said.
According to her, to him, so that according to him, to us, that it would be on that level. Now, it was a tease. Who knows what it meant? Because as far as I can tell, it did not happen. But he's had Eliza Jordana on his mind for a while. Now, maybe it was because of that contact. I don't know. We'll get into it. I thought it was interesting.
I know he sounded like he was dreamy about her.
He was a little bit dreamy. He was a
Well,
little bit
he has
dreamy.
expectations. I think he has plans for her, business plans.
Okay, we'll get into that. But what's the problem with the food? Like I said, he's fading, and I don't see a difference in the drinking patterns. Do y'all see a difference? I think it's about the same, right? Same
No, I
pace,
mean,
wouldn't you say?
people in chat say, Xanax, and
No,
we
but
don't-
I'm saying
we don't know.
as far
I
as
don't know if when he's eating.
I'm saying as far as the drinking, do you think he's drinking more because it's getting more dramatic and shorter? Is the pace of the drinking increasing? Just the drinking.
I don't know. He'll have about.
I think he slowed down from what I remember.
5 minutes. Really?
You know what? I almost sort of agree with you.
I think yeah, it's because he's drinking on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I really
You
think
guys
that
think it's any kind of other drug? I don't think so.
I don't even want to speculate. I don't think so. But I think the pace of the drinking isn't increased. I think it might even decreased a little bit. Sometimes it gets a little bit hype and he'll start throwing him back, kind of like, hey, the drunk style to reward himself with a good night. But I don't think it's really increased. Susie Q, what do you think?
He does 3 shots at a time, and so like he takes 3 sips rather, and so I don't know. I kind of lose count after a while.
All right.
I can't help. I don't
Okay,
know.
well, from your opinion, well, I
No, I honestly I haven't noticed the difference one way or the other.
okay.
I think it's a lot.
So in Act 3, as we're
Mhm.
going along, sometimes he'll be in a rhythm. He likes to lecture a lot. We're being in a lot of race lectures lately, and they could be fun. They can be interesting, but this goddamn food issue keeps coming up. Let's get right into example clip number 1, please, where he starts out. Obviously, this is going to be a banger of a race rant, and then, of course, the food issue comes right up.
Let's see.
Blacks voted for the racist Democrat over the party that freed them. That's when black people. It says it's delivered. Des. It says it's delivered. Do I gotta go get it? No, look at the thing. It says it's delivered. Are you half retarded or something? Oh my God. Can you come here real quick? Yeah, come here, you know what I'm saying.
People, this has been going on for 6 months every night.
That's true. That's true.
And it just seems to me that there's got to be like a rhythm or a pattern or a method they could devise to work this out.
I have a couple of clips that are tied together to this, and they're out of sequence, but you're going to find out that he already knew the answer.
Well, I think we have the
And so-
second half of this. Of this.
It's a lot of confusion and
But why? But why is there so much confusion? I mean, he can get dub after dub. You know what? Maybe if the food was at the end of the trail in the Call of Fucking Duty, maybe he could get the food.
I don't know if
every
you
night.
know the word of the day today, though. It was per Kyle diaspora. He received the diaspora of dubs today. That's how he described it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fantastic. Well, we aren't getting a lot of dubs with the food.
And I said, that means like scattered, and it usually pertains to,
Jews. It's
yes,
a diaspora.
exactly. And
I don't think he's going to get that reference.
Yes, and he replied, yeah, they were scattered.
Yeah. The targets were scattered. Clip 2,
No, the
please.
dubs he received.
Oh, okay. The dubs are sad. I'm sorry. Clip 2, please.
Okay, clip 2.
Clip 2.
All right, sorry.
Did we ever get the food? Or is we still waiting for the food?
You have the phone, so why are you asking me?
Yeah, man.
No,
Well,
off the
I'm
phone.
done. So can you give me another shot?
What do you need another shot for? You're done. You just said it was delivered. If it's not outside the door, I'm not going outside.
If not outside the door, I'm not going outside.
No, no.
Black privilege.
What?
Black privilege. Boy.
Are you gonna run outside?
But
Of course not. Of course not. Because delivery people don't deliver shit.
yeah, but my point was this whole blame everybody else.
I don't know if he came back to the point that he was making about who blacks voted for, but
He doesn't know what point he came back to. Most important damn thing in the world was going. You know, when he comes back, sometimes he takes a little nappy nap. He will come out of it and just go, "Did you order the food?" And it's all that's on his mind.
that's second only to his well, since y'all didn't donate.
Y'all didn't donate.
donate.
Yeah, well, he actually cares about the food. He doesn't care about donation.
Y'all want to listen to the second part of that?
So, no, I think we heard those first
Sure.
two connected clips. didn't we?
No.
Oh, okay.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
All right.
Can you come here real quick? Yeah, come here, you know what I'm saying? So come here. Not a fucking job or anything. Yeah, come on. Stupid. Hello? Can you come here? It says it's delivered.
I told you it was.
So you got it? No. So what happened? And this.
Yeah.
And he
It
ended
was
it, you guys.
ended.
He ended
Ended over this bullshit. He punished us. Oh, brutal master. Forget how to order food one more night.
I'm telling you, it was ridiculous how much confusion there was. If you follow the timeline, it's there. And so, all he had to do was go down and get his food.
What do you think we'll get back to Kyle being confused by it. He was confused by a lot of things, including the announcers, and you're going to see the most confused clip of all time coming up. By the way, well, we'll get to that, but what exactly is his process for ordering food? I used to think in Act 2 when he was hanging his head and we could sing him, he was looking at his phone ordering food, right? In Act 2, right?
Yeah.
While he was playing the clips.
Yeah.
Is that what he was doing? Because I could never figure out what he was looking down staring at, and it's got to be his phone for the food, right?
Sometimes he orders it, and like tonight, apparently he ordered something, and pasta with chicken or something, and
Yeah, I heard that, but why the fuck would they alter their methods
I don't
of
know.
getting food every
I don't know.
night? Why would they just be so confused as to, did you do it this time? Did you do it that? Because supposedly he's going into the office for his job, and he used to sneak ordering food during the job, but it seems like every night there's confusion of who did this, and it's the same thing they want done every night. Order just basically fast food for him, right? He's getting Taco Bell, even though I think he's switching up a lot lately, isn't he?
yeah. What did he order? A hamburger the other day, and
I believe so. Hamburger. He's opening up his palate, but it's the same thing. And we laugh about it, and then there's another layer. What's the second layer? Once they order the food and the driver actually gets from the restaurant to their building. What's the second biggest problem?
The delivery, getting the food from the car to the door.
As far as I can tell,
Crazy.
a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Well, that all goes back to my theory. I think he lives in a bad neighborhood, and they're
No,
afraid to come up. That's what I think.
no, I think because of COVID, I've talked to him about it. He has a security door down there with probably code and shit, and they are not allowed to come in. I'm sure by management but he doesn't care about that. He doesn't want to hear excuses.
He wants his food delivered.
He wants his food delivered to the. You know what? Actually, doing a flight of stairs might be good for him too, but he wants it right to the door. And is he willing to pay extra to get it delivered to the door?
Yes, he is. $20.
Actually, yeah.
He tries
You
to
guys,
bribe
actually,
him.
as a listener, I actually love these delivery bits. I like when he calls up these guys and just insults the crap out of them while the guy's holding his food. Like,
I will admit that he spun it.
he's
into
not
a
afraid
bit.
they're gonna do it.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
they'll
spun
spin
it
it
into a
into
bit a
it.
lot for material, and because he'll hold the speakerphone right up to the mic, but that he doesn't even do that anymore. It's just tedious problem, and then the food not being there, and then the show sort of ending prematurely, you would say.
Mhm.
What's also, Steve, why wouldn't he just eat food in front of us? You will drink that much disgusting liquor, you'll cough, you'll snort, you'll
Slobber.
slobber, but you won't have a taco? What's that
Yeah,
deal?
spit, pee on the floor.
Mm.
He's peed on the floor before on camera.
Maybe he doesn't want us to see the food in his teeth.
But he's made it into a pretty damn funny bit, and a very racist bit, a very judgmental bit. I'm also always stunned by the amount of money that is spent for this food, but it's a problem, and it's been going on, I swear, 6 months. And it's one thing if it's a bit or something unnatural happens in the night. This is the same thing every night. They don't go anywhere. That's the house in years, and they can't figure this out.
Yeah.
It's true.
Now, do you think it's
He's got to be the only guy, probably in the United States, that tips $30 for Burger King.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Do you think?
What were you saying?
Do you think it's sort of a master of your environment thing? You know what I'm saying, Qwerty?
Do I think it's an environment thing, like where he's at?
No, a master of your environment. If it's a small environment, doesn't matter. You'll be a tyrant over it, and this is his environment. One of his things that he has power over is delivery drivers. So he wields it with the brutal master, just fury. So what I'm saying is what you have control over, you, even if it's a small world, you'll be a tyrant over it.
I think Kyle has disdain for anybody who has less subs and views than him.
That's true.
Back to confusion. Let's get a little bit into Act 3, which, let's be honest. Let's be fair. Most people tune in for. If you watch his view count as it's going along, it's definitely at its max at the end of Act 2 and into early Act 3. And actually, recently, I've been seeing people type in, you're losing viewers as the head is going down, and he's not commenting. The viewers are really tuning out.
Wow.
Because I think he's been getting, Suzuki, what would you say? In the 40s recently, maybe max views during the average weekday?
Yes. Yeah,
I
about
think it's due to a different channel. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Every time
he switches channels a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's pretty impressive. What does Opie get? 12? What is, what do a lot of these people get? Less than 20?
People compare him to Murph, who gets more live viewers, I guess 600. I think they've said.
Yeah, I've also heard that maybe there's bots or something. Who would tune the fuck into merch? I mean,
yeah, I tried. Like, I can't figure out why he has 600. He has 600 live. I can't figure that out. I don't understand it.
Yeah, good for him if he does, but
Yeah.
I can't figure out why you would want to.
Yeah.
Same.
Here's a sort of an example of Kyle deep into Act 3. This is one of the few nights where we got a live sports stream where I think he made it through almost half of the Sunday Night Football game with Tom Brady and the Bucks going to New England. But it got loopy at the end of that first half. And the problem on the empty stomach is we can't go past like the first half, which is 9:30. Like our bedtime, all of us, is 9:30. Here's a good example. If you could play clip 3 of Kyle, very confused of what Chris Collinsworth is saying here.
I want to first give credit to Two Master for sending this. It was hilarious, and I had to find it, and was very happy that
a lot of it is just continually changing that look.
So far, he's won the Grandmaster chess match. The ball just does skitter into the end zone, and it's a likely kneel down will take the teams to the locker room. Jones.
He was getting it better.
What happened? What happened?
Oh.
Was he sleeping with someone? What happened?
Was he what?
Did you watch that? Did you see that, Cordy, live?
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that live, but I was more. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, I did see that live. Yes. He did nod out. Definitely remember that.
Did he go down after that, or did he perk back up? Sometimes he'll get a second win.
I think he was down for the count after that because he didn't finish the game. Yeah.
And he will. You know what? He slept through the second half. He will claim the next. I saw everything. I didn't ask him what's the point of busting it, but he didn't clearly see the second half of that game.
There's video proof of him not seeing it.
Yeah. I mean, who knew there was repercussions to drinking? I had never thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when let's be honest, that Kyle Brady is the only person that Kyle will admit that he loves. I don't know if he'll admit that he loves a family member. He won't, we tell him, come on, say to Des that you love her, and he won't. There's one person on this damn planet he has no problem saying that he loves, and we get lectures on him all the time.
At least like 5 times Kyle saying, Tom, motherfucking Brady, like declaring it. He is so in love. And tonight he said that his Patriots are in trouble. And so and so we know where his loyalty lies, I think.
Okay. All right. I think in clip 4 we have an example of the only person on this planet that Unique Enterprises will confess that they really love.
Al, Tom Brady not only helped build a dynasty here over
Tom
the course of 2 decades,
motherfucking Brady, bitch.
Bond with the
Deal with it.
fans. So how has that bond withstood?
Did you see his eyes perk up when he heard her say his name?
Yeah.
His whole body. He was looking at something and he was like, "What the?" and brought his face up to the mic and he was like, "Tom, deal with it."
I wonder, is everybody like that in Is everybody like that in northeastern United States?
I think up in Maine in those areas and Mass, it's got to be. I mean, look at all those rings. What else they got going on there for real?
Yeah.
I mean, so they got to be.
That guy's he's from.
Not for
yeah, Tom Brady's about 40. He grew up 40. He went to high school 45 minutes away from me in California.
Yeah, he's a California kid. Oh, really? Yeah, because it's Northern California, right? Is where he was from.
I need a reminder
That's right. Yeah, Northern California.
I need a reminder of whether or not Kyle likes Tom Brady.
Al, Tom Brady not only helped build a dynasty here over
Tom
the course of 2 decades,
motherfucking
he also built
Brady,
an unparalleled
bitch.
bond with the
Deal with
Patriots
it.
fans. So how has that bond withstood?
It was like rattling the leash. Do you want to go for a walk? Do you like Tom Brady? Do you like Tom Brady?
It makes me laugh so much.
But in Act 3 on the empty stomach, I think because, as he gets older, it's harder to have the stamina to go throughout the night. And if we get example here, clip 12 is an example of where basically how a lot of the shows are ending up. And at the end of this is, you'll see, it's disconnected. And this is what we are getting
Qwerty
used to.
termed this, yes, appropriately.
So that was
how it ended. It just
that's an example. That's all we see. Silence, 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 and then
it
shut
goes
off.
to next card or whatever.
And it just feels unsatisfying. Sometimes I want him just to yell at us before you go.
Tell us
kill
to
yourself.
kill ourselves. Yeah,
We're not worthy something.
Yeah.
We're just go, gag out.
You guys didn't donate.
Yeah, lies. He could be honest with and go, people, I haven't eaten in 7 hours and I'm kind of blitzed. And either I eat now or I'm going to keel over. So I got to leave you now. And I'll see you. I appreciate you all so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. But that's not how it ends.
Yeah, too many nights.
How about let's get to a clip 11 about people donating. Now, listen, what he says is not always true. People, keep that in mind. Clip 11, please.
Yeah, I gotta go. No.
I'll take that a lot of nights. Now, someone had given $45. I don't know if it was that night, but it was. Hey,
that night people were writing in there "rest in peace" and then different names. And at one point he read "Rip Torn," Rip Torn. That was hilarious. And he read another one.
Torn.
That's a good example. We have to occupy ourselves.
Oh my God, is that true?
We often occupy ourselves when he nods out and just type random shit. We were just typing random names, Bam Margera and Errol Flynn, and finally maybe he'll wake up or whatever, just pass out. But that's it. And
I think it only works if people donate when he's asleep.
Well, sometimes they do that to wake him up with the dollar donations, but I think even the dollar donation trick has kind of slowed down.
Those are dried up.
What would, if you could give advice to him of how to perk the donations back up, what would it be? I think this is probably obvious, but how do you think he could get more donations?
Qwerty?
I would say maybe interact with the chat some more. I like that when he does. I like hearing stuff that's going on in that household of his there. There's a lot of stuff that he can go into as a bit. I mean, bring Dez on.
Tonight
I love that. Yeah.
Qwerty, tonight he said, if you guys donate $25, I will give you my real opinion on bleeps.
Oh my God. Oh, he's blackmailing us into race wars? No, I will not fund that. No.
What exactly separates him from what AIU is talking about? He's talking about his demographic.
Yeah. Not really, because he's Cape Verdean, and so
Cape Verdean.
What did you ask him the other day, Corey? You asked him if he was resentful of Des because she's a an American black.
Yeah, I did ask him that. I thought maybe that's why he looks down at her, calls her names.
One thing that I think has been good is he's been picking up the calls more. I think you and I have been calling in more, Susie Q.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great. Yeah, he had actually. Yeah, that's true. He has been good about that recently. That's very true.
Let's see. I think
I didn't pull this clip, but last time I was on, I invited him on, and he said he would be on, and I didn't remind him tonight. He didn't look like he was gonna.
No, he didn't. And I believe like last night, I think I could see you over and over trying to tell him, will you unmute me? Will you unmute me? And if he has too much sleepy juice, that's the problem. He will stop looking at what people are typing into the comments.
He's no longer receptive, and
and that's the only way to get his attention, to get you unmuted in his Discord so you can talk to him. It's a process. And so when the shit goes off the rails, a lot of stuff goes off the rails.
Yeah.
It is so
I think he should keep encouraging people to call in, because sometimes he'll get like, kind of mumble, call in, won't you go to blah, blah, blah. But he should just be open and honest. I like calls, take them, engage his Discord. Why doesn't he do that?
And believe it or not, if they do a hotel stream, people will donate.
I think the hotel.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he actually. Yeah.
I think the hotel stream is kind of long gone.
Oh, that's true. They're not going to do one, but those definitely will get them donations.
Besides I think I asked this last week. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cordy.
The executive producer actually put a kibosh on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Sad day.
Can you play clip 9 of him pouting a little bit, not getting enough attention? I love when he gets in this mode.
Does. Alright. Not gonna happen.
What happened there? He was close to being like passed out, and then all of a sudden he's all, it's not gonna happen.
That was fight night. That was another thing. I asked him days before the heavyweight fight of Wilder and Fury, that would you please get it, because he will get every bullshit celebrity awful boxing match, and those things are, I don't know what they are, but they're at least expensive as the Wilder fight. And he, just to make a point, he said he wasn't going to do it, and he stuck to it. And that was him at the end, I think, saying he wasn't going to get it, because he's decided that the main event start anywhere from 11 to midnight on the East Coast, and he's just not going to stay up that late.
Oh, what a pouty face!
Wow,
there wasn't that. Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah,
because that's when he gets 1,000.
There's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. That's when he gets 1,000 views, and that's when he gets people piling into his Discord. That's when he gets new viewers, and it just doesn't. You guys feel like he doesn't really care about that anymore?
Yes.
I think there's a lot of. He doesn't like to deal with the preamble stuff.
Agreeable. He also has to vamp for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I asked him, would you please look? You don't even have to do the early prelim fights. Just come in about 9:30, so you don't have to vamp for an hour and a half, and then the main event will go off about 11:30, and he won't stay up. He won't commit to staying up past 10 Eastern If he would just eat, I know he eats in bed and watches TV. Just eat in the studio.
Aw. Poor little thing. We've all requested it.
Yeah, he can be stubborn with his stances. Let's all admit to that.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, go on.
Well, you would love to what? Before we get into Eliza
Just
Jordana.
his take on the food that he's eating. I'd like to hear. I've actually eaten Taco Bell because of him. I'm not even. Yeah.
What? He certainly knows about.
Like what he ordered, what he's eating, how's it taste, how's the service, blah blah blah.
Now, sometimes we have to admit we've seen a little drool come out when he takes a little nap. Do you think he's thinking about the food?
Yeah, is that drool or is that drunk?
I know it really does stream out a lot.
Something I caught quick, because he will never admit that he loves anybody but Tom Brady. And every now and then he'll say, I like this or I like that person. But the next, like, I love Red Bar. The next day, he will never admit to confirm that. He came out and he one night was absolutely in love. This is the night that he, I guess during the day, got communications from Eliza Jordana. You two are Stern fans. How do you know Eliza Jordana? What do you know her from? What were you first introduced to her by? Where?
Howard Stern show. Becky Bronk.
Exactly, but then I guess I like that one song that Cobra Starship had, and she was actually what's that keyboard? That keyboard that looks like a guitar. You hold it like a guitar. She played that for Cobra Starship.
You're kidding? You know this?
Whatever that she played. Yeah, she played. That's how she's famous. That's how Stern got to know her. It's because she got kicked out of the band because she let randos into the trailer, and her bandmates were like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like, she's a little bit eccentric. Like,
definitely.
Like, not trying to be. I think she just really is. Yeah.
She played that keyboard guitar thing like the Girls in My Prerogative for Bobby Brown. That thing. Remember the Girls in My Prerogative?
Yeah.
That was her.
Yep.
Okay. The first introduction I got
she got kicked out of the band for letting people in.
Oh my gosh, her she hooked up with Benji Bronk, the head writer from the Stern Show, and over a period of maybe a year and a half too, he tried to crowbar her into the show in segments as much as he could, trying to get her writing credits, trying to get her some kind of entree into the entertainment world. And it's one of these weird schemes between that they're playing on each other and the whole world that still is going on. Benji Bronk and Eliza Jordana. She was in New York City at the time. I think they lived to get with each other quickly, and then I guess Benji was just paying for wherever the fuck she was going. She moves out to LA, tries her act out there. I think people probably heard her fake relationship with Andy Dick.
Yeah.
That nonsense that even got picked up by the New York Post. Well, she has some kind of podcast that's kitschy and stupid, and I guess what's the theme of her podcast?
I don't know. She says she's like religious. I don't know. It's hard to figure out what she's doing over there. But from time to time, she has John on and she has Kyle on. And it's enjoyable when she has those people on because she knows how to play the game. She knows how to.
Does.
She knows how to push. Yeah, she knows how to push John's buttons and act like she's innocent and do anything.
Yeah, Eliza Jordana is very good at manipulating men, and I believe that she lives off of men. And I think all this shit that she does in her free time is what she just does because she's kooky and she likes to kick around. I actually heard her interview starring John, and I thought she was clever. I thought she was very clever about it. I thought she was smart and I thought she was quick, and I thought she was manipulating John, and I don't think John understood until the next day. And I think to this day, John is still pissed off how he manipulated her. Maybe sobered up and went back and listened. But I thought she was pretty clever. somehow just him getting a text from her about maybe setting up an interview set our boy Kyle into the love zone. Let's get right into.
Artie Lang actually had a bit about Howard used to do the same exact thing when Chris. Did you hear that Chris Rock part in Artie's stand up?
No.
You guys ever heard? You guys ever heard? Yeah. So Chris Rock knows that Howard Stern manipulates guests. Yeah. So they're talking, and then Howard goes to the phones. And then Chris Rock is saying, "Oh, here's where I get called the N-word." Right?
Yeah, he would talk through the caller.
And then Howard said, "Yeah." And then Howard says, "Oh, I wouldn't do that to you." And then because Artie can see Howard's computer and who's calling, and the first call is Vinny from New Jersey wants to know why Chris Rock is an N-word.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He would do that. That was his clever pattern of he would talk through other people.
Yeah.
He would have he had JD fire Ronnie from his own show because he wouldn't do it. He does things through other people.
Okay.
Exactly. He manipulates people too, just like Elisa Jordana, yeah.
Ew, sorry. I'm so sorry. So CB's in chat. He said someone emailed Eliza asking to be on her show. It was a big guest, and she knew Sands would have loved to talk to him on air. She found out 2 days before the show it was an imposter. Thank you, CB. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, he was very excited about that, and he sort of committed our expectations. As far as I can tell, he didn't come out with an explanation, but I hope that happens again. That's what he claimed was going to happen in the Stuttering John, Eliza Jordana last interview. He would be sitting in, and that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the question.
I would love to interview her if we could get her. Yeah.
Oh, sure. I would love to.
I would like to get her side of the story. Like, what happened there? Yeah.
I would just love to know how the fuck she lives. I mean, I know how she lives, but I'd like to hear her articulate it.
Yeah.
Is it possible that Kyle could love anyone truly besides Kyle Brady? Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to a clip here. Let's play our first Elijah Jordana clip.
Yeah.
Bam. So let's see. Here we go.
I love Eliza Jordana is a weirdo. Sugar and Benji. I dig Eliza Jordana because she's funny as fuck and knows how to do bits and knows what her DMs look like.
Wow, somebody's smitten. Rattling off the reasons.
Have you ever heard him talk? I'll tell you why I love thee. What?
Who else? Who else have you heard him talk about except Tom Brady like that?
Nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
And this must have been because he was all hyped from getting that communication that day. Well, he went on. That wasn't the only clip.
The Eliza Jordana shit is so funny to me. I think she's great at it. She pays to pick live viewers. I don't watch the podcast, of course not, but it's funny that she can troll that much. I guess that she should be. Benji, but you're good. But because she hooked up with Benji, and by the way, Eliza Jordana. I don't know. Hire me as your manager. I could make you somebody. Yeah.
He's making long-term plans.
He does not get views, is what he said. He doesn't get views. And in the chat, I fell through the cracks, said that Eliza Jordana looks like she has nice sugar walls. that's what got Howard. That's what got Kyle talking about Eliza Giordano.
No, it was on his mind. She's been on his mind for a while, and he looked for reasons to talk about things.
Two Masters said Eliza about to be disconnected.
Oh, imagine that war between those two Titans!
God,
Titans. She's been on. I don't know if you guys. She's been on the show before. She's been on Kyle's show before.
Oh, has she?
When was that?
I didn't know.
When was that?
Yeah, she has. Yeah, she was in his Discord too. That was probably a year ago or so.
You are so right. Yes.
Yeah. And then she came into his Discord, and then Chester Pesco and I were like trading like bathroom humor with her. She wasn't responding.
That's Chester for you. He'll initiate you. He'll put you through the ringer. Was that Japanese show where they bonk people with the fucking big Q-tips and stuff? Middle of the night.
I think Chester started sending her porn, and I was like, "Yeah, you like that?" or something like that.
Oh, well, the point is
not porn and Chester. That's crazy talk.
Besides that, it's a possibility.
I know.
She has done it before, so she can do it again.
Yep.
So CB said that it was a year and a half ago. I think. But yeah.
That's a long time ago, and Kyle.
The manager.
Oh, that's an eternity. Yeah.
That's back in Seance times. That's before Unique.
That's BS. Before that's AS after saying before whatever.
But we do have another clip, and this is what Kyle has in mind for Eliza.
Yeah, I'm usually the manager. I'd make you with somebody instantly, and not the fake Andy Dick shit. Somebody in show business when you want to be, because I understand. Maybe I put out like and all that bullshit. Never let Trisha fucking fat ass loser had Jamie Kennedy in her DMs. Could you imagine the niggas in Eliza Jordana's DMs? The Hollywood celebs 10 years ago. That'd be fucking hilarious to see. Well, I know that yeah, I'm doing the Joe Budden thing.
He had to go back to the Joe Budden thing.
You know, that's his pip speech.
Okay, yeah, that was something about Joe Budden.
That's why I should be your pimp. You notice he gets all pissed at girls' boyfriends that he likes. He's very upset about your imaginary boyfriend in his mind, Susie Q, when he calls in. That's all he can think
I
about.
don't know what the hell that's about.
He's a pimp. He's got to push out all competition.
He's convinced of some shit. And it is what it is.
He has to push out the competition. Could you imagine he blew her up? She's on the red carpet and someone interviews her and says, I heard you recently changed management from CCA. Oh, who's representing you now? Oh, Unique out of Providence. He's the best. Now, he only works before 9:30 p.m. on the East Coast. He's usually getting
How dare you? How dare you?
But he was going to craft her into the star that she should be. It gets protective. You hear him go, you know, a lot of people say this shit about her, but you better fucking watch what you're saying because, and I don't know if he'd admit to that. We could play it for him in the Discord and say, you said this, so he can't deny it. You know, he wiggles his way out of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But that night, he was on to her. One more thing. Maybe there's a room for a third one. Can we quickly play clip 6? Is there room for a third, Miss Hart? Quickly, clip 6.
Let's see here.
To ban critical race theory in elementary schools, it's ridiculous and a massive distraction. You know, critical race theory.
Can I just feed you some sugar cubes and pet your nose already, bitch?
Which is not taught in elementary schools. Not taught in elementary schools.
All right, clearly there's none.
Oh my god.
My man.
I like hearing that clip each time.
That was a banger. Well, I think we addressed a lot of the issues. Is it the food? You guys have any other thoughts? You want to play that one more time? You do like that.
To ban critical race theory in elementary schools, it's ridiculous and a massive distraction. Critical race theory.
Can I just feed you some sugar cubes and pet your nose already, bitch?
Which is not taught in elementary schools. Not taught in elementary schools.
He is good at things. You know what's so funny? Pet your nose. That was the pet your nose.
Sugar cubes.
The sugar cube sets you up, but the pet the nose. Okay, guys. Anything else? I thought that was a
anybody wants to come up and if anybody wants to come up, just go ahead and join the Streamlabs. Yeah.
Yeah, and people always feel free to jump in at any time. We're just goofing around.
Oh my god. Did you guys hear today whether or not Kyle got any dubs?
I hope so.
Any dubs?
I played zombies today, though. But before I played zombies, mad dubs on Warzone. A fucking plethora of dubs. Rebirth Island, of course. Doug Bell sucks.
All right, today was a Dice Forum dubs, but the other day it was mad dubs.
I like that you say it's exponential dubs.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what zombies is. Is there room for more things in his life than Call of Duty? He's added in something called zombies. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good for him. Good for him.
Sad to me. Sad to me.
He's got to be. You imagine he's got to be good at these games.
It's
He's
that
played something that much. Zombies. All right, everyone.
I think we've had a good evening.
Yeah. Good show today. Yeah.
That was fantastic. That was fun. We still even have more clips.
That hour flew by. That was an hour, by the way.
Yeah. And so we got more clips for you next week. We're going to try to call in. You guys call in too. He really does like calls. It'll perk him back up and get his third win. And it's always fun when he goes longer. So you guys call in too.
Yeah,
come join our Discord.
It fills a lot of time between now and, when Doug calls in. That helps a lot.
That's right. It's all filler between those
if y'all can call in. So,
I saw Doug in the chat the other day, and I said, "Hey, Doug, what's up?" And he goes, hi." All right, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Setting